If you're the owner of a 94 to 04 Mustang and are looking for a serious dose of stopping power worthy of one of the most limited Mustangs of all time, then you should definitely check out the Ford Performance 2000 Cobra R front brake upgrade for your SN95. Now this kit will include a set of the black 4-piston Brembo calipers, cadmium plated 13-inch slotted rotors, pads, stainless lines, and more needed for the installation, all for right around that $1,200 price point. Installation here, well, listen, it's a brake job, right? So figure full 3 out of 3 wrenches, albeit a soft one, and a few hours to get wrapped up from start to finish. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. So the 2000 Cobra R was and still is one of the baddest cars of its time, right? Big power out of the naturally aspirated 5.4, wild road course worthy suspension, unique aero, big brakes, and the craziest part is Ford only produced 300 of these performance red monsters. Now, luckily for us, some of these parts continue to live on through the aftermarket, such as the brake kit that we're talking about here today. Now, of course, this kit is brought to us by the combination of Ford Performance and Brembo brakes, and in my opinion, it's gonna pack equal parts function and form. But first up, let's talk hardware, guys, and the centerpiece is gonna be the combination of the gloss black 4-piston Brembo calipers, which are gonna ride on the massive 13-inch cadmium plated slotted rotors. Now, cadmium is a plating process similar to that of zinc, but really isn't used too much anymore in the automotive world. But that being said, I will say it looks awesome here on the rotors and will ultimately help you guys prevent any corrosion long-term on the non-friction surfaces of the rotors themselves. Now, altogether, this package up front, paired with the Cobra R's sticky BFG tires, pulled the car down from 60 to 0 in 127 feet, which for the year was very impressive. Now, besides the two sexy parts we just talked about, the Cobra R front brake setup also includes new pads, which are service number M2300XP, and the brand new braided stainless steel lines, along with all your hardware needed for the installation itself. Now, before we go any further here, guys, I do want to mention a couple of small but very important things here in regards to your fitment. Again, this kit will technically fit all 94 to 04 Mustangs. However, 94 to 95 GT owners will need to upgrade to a 94 Cobra Master Cylinder for proper operation. Next up is wheel fitment. Now, the site's going to claim the use of 17-inch wheels or larger are required here for this combination, and while that is true, some 17-inch wheels will simply not work, including the bullet wheels, along with the 17-inch FR500 replicas. However, 17x9 and 18x9 Cobra R wheels and reps will work, along with the 18-inch version of the FR500. Now, as far as your installation is concerned here, guys, well, since this kit is so complete, there really shouldn't be any big surprises here. Remove the factory hardware up front, including those factory rubber brake lines, and replace it with everything included in the Ford Performance kit. Of course, you will need to grab some extra fluid to bleed the system once everything's been installed, but the job itself isn't terribly difficult. So figure a very soft 3 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and I'd say maybe a couple of hours to complete from start to finish. So if you're looking for a gnarly brake upgrade originally found on one of the baddest production Mustangs of all time, then be sure to check out the Ford Performance Cobra R front brake kit right here at AmericanMuscle.com.